Okay, I got a crosshash pattern on here going. Sometimes I have issues here. It's been running for a while. Let me turn up the brightness. This is the brightness. It's getting better actually. If I pull back, I get this is contrast. Brightness. All the way up, I get retrace lines. It's very hard to see. But I do have a crosshash pattern here. Let me see if I can pull back on the contrast. Wait a minute. The brightness. It's there. Now you can see it's kind of wobbly down there. That could be a tuning problem. It's very hard to tune something when you can't see the picture. Well, anyways, the sunlight, it isn't that bright in here, and it's outweighing the pattern there, so not a good sign. They still have high grid leakage, so I have this hooked up to it. Dots, I think the cross hash pattern is going to be my best bet of anything. You never, oh, I seen a dot, I'll be damned. Maybe I seen a dot. Go to vertical lines. I think vertical lines seem to be pretty decent on, yeah. Anyways, this one here's tested really poor. This one's not so bad. I mean, it has to be replaced. These are rated at, I think, 6,000 volts. Okay, well, this thing's warming up here. I replaced, where's my pointer? Well, I replaced this green 0.05. Is this in focus? I need my reading glasses on here. Okay, anyways, this capacitor that's vertically up I replaced. This is a resistor, a 4.7 meg. It does need to be replaced. This thing here is on horizontal. That's a 0.0015, I believe. Okay, this one tested pretty crappy. Pretty leakage. A lot of leakage are pretty much shorted here. Let me see what I got going here. Now she's running vertically. Let me see if I can remember which one's vertical. I think the third one back. I should know by now.
Hey, don't tell me you're already packed for the cruise.
If you're looking for a getaway,
more than you'll ever know.
Sometimes it looks like it has that
get out your deck
right
clothes
there, humbar flowing through it,
and get away with
ripple.
Hawaiian drinks with the little umbrellas in them. They drink them all the time on the Love Boat.
hop aboard the Love Boat.
Think you may have to throw in a
Pull back on contrast. Where's contrast?
Central.
Is that today?
There's full contrast. Full brightness. I'll pull back on brightness. Looks like she's out of focus here.
Well, there's no evidence of a concussion. Everything seems to be
So the left side has what? It needs
Then you won't mind completing the examination.
needs some tender loving care. Okay, so these are I went for voltage here.
She's sick. What's happened to Mary Ann?
0.0068 at 1200 volts.
Almost every other
I did have some 0.005s, but they're at 600 volts.
She really thinks that she's me.
Well, Ginger, the blood in her head caused Mary Ann to assume the identity of the only thing
So,
It's a lucky thing she didn't go last.
so majority, all these capacitors basically came from stuff I tore apart.
What can we do to help her? Well, until I can come up with a psychiatric approach to the problem, we're going to have to go along with her fantasy. And then we're going to still have to pretend that Mary Ann is Ginger? Exactly. You see, as Ginger, Mary Ann will expect to see a Mary Ann among us.
Back on, testing that. Gotta watch touching this. If you touch this in negative, you can get a hell of a shock. I keep this 12 o'clock. It doesn't seem to do much. I don't know what it does. Pull back. Around 0.005. I'll switch capacitors. Back on. This one here that I just removed had some good coming out. 0.005. Okay, let's do this. Warm up for paper and mica. Well, I'll be damned. I wonder something here. When it was in the cabinet, it tested worse. I have both sides disconnected here. Let me, for the heck of it. Oops. Nothing. And I'll just put this over here. Yeah, maybe I won't record this. Back on. Now this capacitor that I just got done checking. Let me get over here. What the heck? It's hard to block out the sunlight. At times it tests. It looks worse by the naked eye. I think this capacitor is coming and going here. So back on. I get focused on it somehow. Let me see what's going on here. It's leaking out of this side. Whatever's in there, it's coming out. But when I first tested this tested really bad. But I had this TV running for quite a while, and these were warm. So it's oozing. There's all kinds of crap all over that ring. So it's 6,000 at 0.005, and that's what original is, 0.005. I don't know about the voltage. So I got 0.0068 at 1200 volts, 0.0068 at 1200 volts. So those are going to be put in, and have to quit on it eventually. I wish I could score some of these, but so I'll clean it up. Look at that. So this is Orange Beginner's Corner, September 12th, 2021. I'm sure glad I could bought this thing. Paid almost $200 for it, but what they were going for on eBay, that was I got it for a fair price. I say I recapped it. Okay, this here, quickly through this here, these resistors that are sorted around this thing are on the filaments. They're 3 volts. I have to get rid of this capacitor. The 330 ohm is right here. Hooks up to the control grid of the video amp. Is this out of focus now? Let me tap this thing. So what I just replaced was this one and this one with the .0068. I'm hooked up to here. I am gonna, before I solder that one in for good, I am gonna transplant it back to here just to see what it looks like, because you never know, it might have been originally here, and some service bulletins might have told them to put it there. I don't know. When I got it, it was there, that capacitor. This 4.7 meg resistor, where the hell is that? I don't know where it's at. I don't have enough SD card space to look for it. So this is September 12th, 2021, Orange a Beginner's Corner. Pause it out here for a moment.
Why did I see another ginger?
So it looks like it has that humbar ripple
Gilligan, what's this? Taking a bath in the middle of the day? Skipper,
running through at times.
Yes?
I never had that before. My B plus seems alright. Let me hold off here, pause out here. Back on. I'm hooked up to this capacitor here. I'm on a 0.2 volt scale, so I must have 0.2468, almost a volt. Okay, let me pull back here, put it on DC volts. So I'm on what? 50 volts, 100, 125 volts. Let's zero it up. DC volts, 125 peak to peak. It's on 50 volts peak to peak. I gotta move on here. Pause for a minute. Other side. Oh boy, I got ripple at 100 volts on DC. So on this side of the capacitor, it's the triangle. I'm on 10 volts. So I got what, 10, 20. Let me see. Let me put this up so I can count it. Oops. So here's 10. 10. That. Count that one as 10. 10, 20, 30, 30 some volts. I'm not good with oscilloscopes. 10 volts. So this is 10, 20, 30, 30 some volts of AC ripple. Out of focus. This is the negative power supply here. First, let's go zero up here. DC. Let me see. Let me get this light out here. So, can't read nothing with night blindness. 50 volts. So I'm like 50, 100, 100 some volts of DC. Let's stop that. Go to AC. Let me see. Point. I think it's a decimal point. 0.5. So I got 1 volt of ripple on the negative power supply, but that has all new capacitors. So apparently I'm on 10 volts, 10, 20, 30, 31 volts or something like that of ripple. I guess. Why is it triangular? Why isn't it a sine wave? When I had a problem like this before, I think my vertical was leaking into a power supply on a TV when I had triangle. That was something to think about. Uh-oh. My TV's out. My TV's out. My TV quit. See.
MeTV celebrates superfans everywhere. Check out more products at the MeTV
Timer
store and
out
share
on
your
my
photo at
converter.
MeTV.com/fans.
Okay, last time I had that on my Admiral TV, it was vertical, leaking into the filter capacitor. So that side's probably open. I don't have enough SD card to keep investigating this, so I gotta sign off. So I'll have to replace that capacitor, even knowing it has the fluorescent D on there that she was replaced.
Symbolically adopt an elephant for just $12 a month. Your support will help WWF protect elephants and other threatened wildlife and their habitats.
Go back to this side. This side's looking way better. So that's on the other side of the other side of the choke on the speaker field coil. So the other one must be before the field coil. So I'll button down with these. This one I want to move to that one spot. I'll do that real quick. Okay, this is where the capacitor was hooked up when I purchased it. Not much difference.
Now this is the tale of our castaways. They're here for a long, long time. They'll have to make the best of things. It's an uphill climb. The first mate and his skipper too will do their very best
It don't matter.
to make the others come.
So right now I have that capacitor. What the heck's a pointer? Right here. So the capacitor originally was hooked up here, and I scraped this and cleaned it, and so it would come right from pin 5 and hook up, so this could hook up to the plate like the schematic shows. So right now it's connected up on this center tap between the 2.2 and that. That's hooked up. That's hooked up to the square side, and it's at 0.2 volts. So 2466 something. Oh, I lost my that's my crappy converter. So I'll have to recheck my high voltage here. Again, these are supposed to be 0.005. This is like a 315 picofarads, and this is a what? 280. They're supposed to be 0.005, but I don't have them. So the best I can come up with are those. I got a few other possibilities here. Here's 820 picofarads I could put in there. 150. These things are hard for me to get. 110 picofarads. So this is it, I guess. I have nothing else to come up with here.
Grandma Terry happens to be an expert on skin care. She's a second semester cosmetology student.
Well, I'm not about
So
to
I'll
change
pull
my
that
menus on the
capacitor out
advice
and
of some future shampoo girl.
put something in. That one right there.
My facial, she told me my pH balance was off.
Oh, yeah? That's when we know she'll be waxing your leg. Good morning, everybody. Well, I see Sleeping Beauty finally decided to join us.
Yes, but ever since I got pregnant, I have to spend a lot more time in bed.
Spending all that time in bed is what got you pregnant in the first place.
5 volts. I'm on the X10. 5 volts
It's your very own Bath and
per division. So I got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Eula May give it to us. She said she won't
over 35 volts of.
I hope not. The woman's in her 70s.
But it should be a sine wave, I thought.
She really saved us a bundle. She's just saving herself a trip to the dump.
I got an idea. I could put this in here.
We'll make it better than you, won't we, Steve?
This thing here's
It's too good for our little bundle of joy. We're
330 at 200 volts. I'll put that in there. See what happens.
And a brass crib.
I have it in there. I have negative to ground, positive to there. I know it works with solid state rectifiers. We see what happens if it wipes out my 25Z6 or whatever it's called. I don't have a spare. I took the ripple way down.
Never could say no to my children, especially when they growl.
Right.
Let's get down to Alexis City before they sell out. I'll get the truck.
I'll go with you, Uncle Ben. Terry's been after me to get a 3-speed hairdryer.
Well, wait just a minute here now. What about
It's still doing it.
in the middle of my ketchup?
Oh, just leave it, Miss Harper. I'll clean it up later.
Well, she said the same thing 3 years ago about her bedroom.
Step number 247.
Here it comes.
Insert installation screw B into cover tape.
Okay. This is it. No more.